open this screen up and see what the difference is. Okay, so I'm going to play with Reindeer Days again today. I really love this suite and I've got a few things that I'd like to show you about it. Restream's done an update, so when I jump around, I'm not sure if you can actually hear me. So we'll have to see how we go, okay? So hi everyone, I'm Courtney. I'm an Australian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm coming to you live from New South Wales Central Coast. Sorry about all the noise around. I've got my birds out there kicking up a storm by the sounds of them, but that's right. Okay, so let's make some Christmas cards. I've bought a couple of things over here. I've called today's live punch fun. I'm hoping that we get a few people on to watch us live and see how we go. I'm a little bit sorted, but then I'm not really. I've got stamp sets. I've got stamps on blocks. I've got a few things up my sleeve, but what I wanted to play with was this punch. Now, this is a punch from our, it's a fun punch. And I can't for the life of me remember what it's called now. It's gone right out of my head. But anyway, it's one of our fun punches. And what I'm going to do with it is I've been having a bit of a rat round the internet to see something different because I've got an abundance of designer series paper. So this is the Reindeer Days suite. It comes with the Reindeer Fun bundle, which is a stamp set and die bundle. There's a few other goodies in this bundle, which I'm not necessarily going to use today, but I just want to make sure that you know that they're there. We've got this really cute baker's twine. It's red and white. It's nice and it's actually quite thin. You'll find that it's thinner than this baker's twine from the pack with a few different colors. But I absolutely love these little treasures. How cute are they? Little candies, red and white adhesive back peppermints. And guess what? You actually get 150 in there. All right. So they're part of the suite. There's also an embossing folder, which we've used a couple of times, and these really cute little boxes. But today we're going to focus on the designer series paper and our punch. Okay. So I'll just move right along. So the designer series paper, I used it in class the other week. So I've got a couple of packs here open. And it's really pretty. I like how it's got pool party in it. So I've brought over with me. That's what I didn't grab. I grabbed most things. That's not a card inside. I grabbed some pool party, but I also wanted to grab some basic white, but I forgot. So I might end up having to grab some of that because everyone in the house is sick, so they're all staying away from me, so they're not invited anywhere near me over here. So anything that I want that's extra, I have to grab myself. So let me just do that. Okay. Because I don't want to catch what they've got. They've got the spicy flu, so they can keep that to themselves. So I've just got a bit of basic white as well. All right, so an envelope. I'm going to start with a card base that is Pool Party. Now, Pool Party is a really pretty color. It's like a little softish bluey green color. And you'll notice that quite a bit of I've got extra bits of it here. I'll show you this designer series paper because it's just so pretty. There's also a scrapbooking kit in this design as well. That's available in the online store. So that's something to keep your eye out for. I really love this piece because I really love the back. Okay, so we've got a couple of different designs, 6 of them on one side, 6 on the other. So I've used half of that sheet, so that's fine. There's reindeers, there's trees, lots of different things. I'm just going to move it so that I can then actually I've got that one on the bottom here. And I have a sneaking suspicion there's one piece not shown here because I've used it all. Because I like it that much. Anyway, so that's 5 of them. Do I have a small piece of the other one? I don't think I do, you know. It's this one here. I've used heaps of it. Absolutely love it. And I love the holly on the back. But I don't have one of it in here because I've used it all. So I'll show you the backs though. These are the backs. Okay, so you've got quite a bit of variety, and there's the back of that one little piece that I've used it all up. So what I'm going to do, what I want to do today is I want to show you something that was shown to me, and it was a bit of fun, and it's just a little bit different. So I can't really add another layer to this card because of what I'm going to do. So when I bring this punch in, if you were going to layer another layer on it, you'd have to do that first. Okay, because of what I want to do with it. So I want to put a hole in here so that you can see it through to the other side. So let's cut ourselves an inner. And you know what? I am going to cut myself a top as well. So when I'm measuring, this is just basic white. When I'm measuring my cards, I like to make them so that they're half an A4, because in Australia we use A4. My card bases end up being 14.8 and a bit. So what I do is with my card fronts and my card insides, I make them just a little bit smaller than that. So when I'm doing a card front, the card front ends up being 10.5 by 14.8, almost 9. Okay, so the front, if I'm doing a front, I make it 10 by 14.4. That gives me a little tiny edge all the way around. So I actually quite like that. I cut it a bit smaller for the inside. I usually do about 9.8 and then about 14.2, just so that I've got it a little bit smaller. And then I will actually put that to the side with my envelope so that I don't get it mixed up. Now, the reason why I've cut this now is because I actually want to punch a few punches on it, but I actually want to punch those two pieces together. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to use this piece because I really like that, is I'm going to do a couple of punches. Now, hopefully I might be lucky and be able to get 2 out of this. Don't like my chances. Oh, actually, look, how good's that? Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get to use them because I'm also going to punch out of here. Now, because I'm actually going to be picky about what I want out of here, I'm going to pick my images. So I'll have that one. All right. That's not going to work. Ooh. And you can just run your punch around. Some of them you may need to trim the punch. Like, how cute is that little guy there? That one would fit perfect. He fits. So you can actually see who's going to fit and who's going to fit quite nicely. All right, that's just the frame from before. Okay, so I really want this one here, but that means I'm going to have to cut into this. So what I'll do is to make it so that I can use it for something else, I'm going to layer this piece on here just so that I can see where I've got to cut to get what I want in and still not and still be able to save that little extra bit of paper up there. Okay, so I've just cut it through a little bit. All right, and I'm hoping that you can hear me properly, and I'll just punch him out. Okay, so because I've used those two, I've got those two, that's going to pull in that pool party colour from the back. Okay, and I think they'll be my feature pieces. All right, so then I've also got in here, there's a whole heap of other pieces in here. This is the other bit that, this is the box, the packet I was using as the other day. What else do we want? Do we want some Christmas trees? I think we might have some Christmas trees. Oh, they're nice trees. No, we're having these trees. A couple of trees. And let me see if that piece is going to fit. No point in us wasting any paper when I've got a piece there that's almost the right size. Alrighty. What's this cutie here that I've just come across? I've already got one of that one. Okay. We do have some other pieces. I've got these cut as card fronts. That one was too, but you know, it's not anymore. So it's a matter of deciding what ones of these that you want, because if you line them all up, I'm going to use this one as, that's where I'm going to punch, and that's where my sentiment's going to sit. Okay. So they actually can fit quite nicely. Now, the trick is to make sure wherever you're punching, you're going to be able to fit it in. All right. And then we're going to build up the card from here. So I'm going to need some more, I think. All right, I think you're going to have to go up there as well. I think I need some more from this piece of paper. What do you reckon? I think that that's going to be a winner, because I actually think I'm going to need this one. Instead of that one. What do you reckon? And now, because we're going to need some edges, I can use, oh, let me see. All right. So that one there is going to be, I think he's going to go off to the side there. And you're just going to end up playing with it. Works really well with pretty pattern paper as well, like just patterns. Okay. All right. And the other thing that you can do, you see all these bits down the side here where there's little critters, you can actually grab them as well. Or you could even grab these bits where there's not much. So you can, because we're going to need little bits for the side here, if you wanted to, you're going to need to come in. Where is it? It's not going to let me do what I want to do. I want to just cut that bit. It's not going to let me. So No, I think I like these bits. And the other one that you could use is this, okay? Because these presents here are the same colour. So we might ditch this one and go for this one, because I think that that's the one that's going to work the most, and then use bits of the other one. Okay, that is what we're going to do. So I need a bigger piece. Actually, that'll work too. I need a bigger piece of that. Ooh. Where are the presents? The bells. There's the bell. Oh, that's the same one. What am I doing? Okay, cool. It's the same one, see? Righty-ho. Okay. Just cut it short. Bells. Oh, you got that. Could go the other direction as well. See? I really like that little mouse present there. That present with the mouse. Okay. All right. So just got a few pieces, lots of pieces. That one's the wrong direction, but that's okay because it's now going to go that way. So these ones here are the two that I want to be my feature pieces. Okay, they're the two that I'd like to see the most of. All right, so that's going to go there. These bits are going to get chopped off. That piece is going to go there. I don't really want it even, so let's push you across to here. And we're going to go off the edge. So I'm going to have that one there and that one there. That one there. That's the green one is going to be where our sentiment is, okay? This guy here. That one there. Is that my upside down reindeer? Yep. That one's going to go there. And then depending on how we're going to fit it in will depend on where I'm shoving everything else. I really like this cute little guy, but it's not going to work. So it is going to end up going that way somewhere. Okay. And then the bits that we chop off from down the bottom will end up the top. Okay. Yep. We're sorted. All right. So the way we're going to do this bit here is we're going to have to hold it on because I don't want to glue it on first because I actually want them separate. Now, this is sometimes a little bit tougher on the old punch. So you will need to have it on a nice firm surface. I'm going to push it up and push it over, but I have to make sure it's square. So nice firm surface. I've buttered the actual card against the bottom. I'm just going to make sure my piece of basic white that's on the top is straight. Cross everything because I hope this works. Right. It works. Okay. So sometimes when you do two at a time, you can end up with a little bit of fluffies. If you do get a little bit of fluffy bits here, you can use your use a nail file to give that a bit of a spruce up. So you'll see that now has given me an opening here for what I will be doing from the inside. And on the inside, once I've put this down, then I'm going to stamp my sentiment in there. Okay? But first we have to decorate our front. So based on that piece there will depend on where, how, where, and everything else is going to sit. Now it's up to you whether you use dimensionals or whether you glue them down. Really like that guy. And that's going to make this one here so I can see the top of its head. Oh, who do I want? I think the one with the presents. What do you reckon? We'll go with the one with the presents. Okay. I'm going to bite the bullet and just go straight to gluing down. Oops. Okay. Hold your tongue in the right spot. Glue that one down. That one's definitely going to get glued down to about there. So what I did then is I just used my fingers. I don't necessarily want the glue to go all the way to the edge. And again, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm hoping that it's going to look straight when I've finished. Okay. And then that one can go there, or should I just have should I have another reindeer? What do you reckon? Come on, there's a few of you on there now. Because I don't think you'll see him down the bottom. Or if you wanted to just have one as a feature, you could. Okay, and you could have a variety of different ones. The choice is yours. All right. But I think I need to have my snowman up there. Okay. So I'm leaving about 1/2 centimetre between each of these, just as a little bit of a gap. Okay. That one's going to go there, and I'm going to pop it on. Ooh. I'm going to pop it onto about 1/2 of the back here. Okay. Because it's not going to need all of it. That's one of the good things about the glass mat. It's really easy to clean off. I really think that's just the cutest. But I don't think it's going to fit anywhere. Needed to be the one from the other side. Okay. Which one's this one? No, it's not anything. And you'll notice that I'm using my grid paper here, my grid on the bottom of this mat, in the attempt to keep all of this straight. Because that, now this would make a perfect scrapbook page as well. Just punching all of these out and having this as the background. Now you'll notice I've run out of bits. Okay, I'm going to need another piece for over here. And you know what? I am so tempted. I am just going to use this piece here. Oh. But I don't want the bottom of that reindeer because I don't want you to see. Ah, oh, sweet. Did that just probably well enough. Okay. Don't you just love it when you get a win like that? Oh, there you go, the birdies. I'm not sure if you can hear them or not. Okay, and I'll need one for here, which I'm going to steal from there. Now, the choice is yours whether you can whack this. Ah, hi Cheryl, how you going? The choice is yours whether you whack this through your trimmer and cut it or whether you trim with your snips. I'm going to trim with my snips today. These snips are super duper sharp. All right. Easily cleaned with an alcohol wipe if you get glue on them, which I can tell you now I will because of where they are. So I'll just cut that little knob off there. And this one down here. And it's just a matter of making your way through and cutting them all off. That piece there has got a massive chunk of glue on it. So I'll just send that over there. And because I've got a line to cut against, I can cut fairly straight here. Now, if you wanted to, you could completely cover your piece of cardstock in pieces like this and then just cut up your card fronts from that piece and let it be totally random what you end up with. And I'm pretty good with doing random, but that's probably taking random to the next level for me. All right. Now I've got a couple of little white spots that I don't necessarily want here. So I've got to fill them up because I just can't, I want to fill them up. Okay. So what I've got here is some extra little bits. So this little piece here is going to fit quite nicely there. Okay. So it's just a matter of using up all these little bits that I just chopped off now. And then I'll have to come back in and chop again. But that's all right. Now, up here is your choice whether you're going to use, which side you're going to use. Because you could actually just continue to use that. Or you could go with, in this case, the bottom of a reindeer. But that one there is going to have to be, because you don't necessarily, oh, hold on, what have I done? I need another bottom. That's okay. Because these ones here are all sides. All right, so I'll need another bottom, but I only need a little tiny squidgy bit. So this is where I can come in and look, there's a nice little star there. I only need a little bit. And as long as I don't have any reindeer in it, I can use just that fine little piece there for that star. And as it is, it's not even going to land on there. But that's all right. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on there. It's just going to give it a very little bit of blue up the top. And that's almost a whole body there. So the choice is yours whether you use just a little bit off the bottom there or you cut another piece so that I can, because I could use that in a different one. And that's, I'm going to do that, you know, because, just because I can. Ever so fine. All right. And I'm just, it's a bit of paper piecing, but it just gives you a different look on your paper. And if you've got papers that don't have a directional print on them, oh, see, in you go. You can use that to your advantage, because if you've got no directional print, then it doesn't really matter. You can just, you don't have to, essentially you don't have to fight with them to get them on there. So we'll just trim these ones up. Oopsie. My scissors have got glue all over them now, so they're sticking to everything. If, I used alcohol the other day. I don't know if you remember. On one of the other cards, that alcohol, the 99% alcohol, works like a treat. for cleaning these up. Okay, so now I've got a different sort of card front. All right. Now, there's a couple of things that we can do. It's a great idea. Oh, hello, from the Canadian West Coast. How are you, Rachel? That's a long way. There's a couple of things that you can do here to make it so that this one here lands quite nicely. If you've got a really fine pencil, which I'm just having a bit of a sticky around my desk, I don't seem to have. So far, I haven't stamped anything. But let me just put all these things away over there. This is a photopolymer stamp set, which is going to work to our advantage big time. Okay, so because of that, all right, I'll just take the stuff off. I don't need those. Because of that, this Christmas is better together. You'll see it fits, because I've got a hole here already. It fits very nicely. All right, so, but I want it to land on the inside in here. Now, to get that to land there perfectly, there's a couple of things that we can do. We can stamp it while it's already glued in, which is not, Rachel's a Canadian demo from Canada, so she's having a bit of a sticky. I think this punch is one of my favorites. There's a couple of ways. Oh, I lose train of thought. Sorry, welcome, Rachel. I lose train of thought big time. Normally, my sentiments I like to pop up. This one I'm popping down, okay, and I'm using the punch for that. Now, you can adhere your inside in and then stamp your sentiment. The choice is yours. I am nervous doing that, I will say, because I'm scared that I'm going to stuff it up, for want of a better way of putting it. So now, did I bring over the Christmas? This stamp set's got a really cute little Christmas tree in it, and it's sitting over there on the table. But that's okay, because what I actually want to do in here, I was thinking that I was going to do a flying reindeer, and I am going to do it now. I normally decorate the tops, the bottoms, the sides of my inside piece. But because I'm going to have my sentiment here and it's going to be peeking through, I want them to be able to open up and then they'll get to see the rest of it. I don't want them to be, I don't want this to give away any of the other secrets. So let's stamp this guy in pecan pie, because pecan pie is a beautiful color for reindeers. Okay, so I'm seriously going to stamp this first, because I'm very nervous about stamping him after I've done the other bits. There's also a really cute little like bridle or bell thing, Santa tag, like to go on your reindeer. So we can put that on there. And then, did I bring any goldy colours over? No idea. So we're not getting any goldy colours. I didn't even... We got a nice cute little reindeer up there. He's not getting coloured in any way, shape or form, because I didn't bring one. I bring a marker or anything like that to do it with. But he's a flying reindeer. He's really cute. He's going to be the one on the inside. He's also going to land on my envelope. Now, the Australia Post is a bit funny. I'm not sure what... Australia Post is a bit funny here. I'm not sure what it's like in Canada, but Australia Post is a bit funny. They don't like too much decoration on the front for anything that's going in the mail. I like to decorate up the side and around here. I can completely keep it away from where my stamps are. Because they're all automated, it tricks the machine somewhat. So the way you can get around that is you can stamp on the back. All right. Now, this reindeer fits beautifully up there. Not so crash hot down here, but I can just squeeze him in. Okay, and I'll do the same. I will put the little red. All right, who wants to tell me what they think this bit's called? Like, it's like a bridle, or it's like the bit that attaches to the reindeer so that the sleigh holds on to him. That's a better stamp of that. All right. It just looks really cute. Now, if you do want to put something down the side, down the front, just make it so that it's something small. There's little stars in this set. Where's the stamp set? I'll show you on the front. Oh, I've shoved it somewhere. Here it is. There's little stars, plus there's little holly, there's trees. There's also a ribbon that you can put around the reindeer's neck, like that goes around this reindeer better. And there's some ground. To me, that's ground. And, oh, okay. So there, yeah, so there's a couple of different ideas that you can put on there. The tree works perfectly just in this corner, and I've left it on the other table. It's not in here. So we used this stamp set the other day. Now, the dies, I've got a few of them out already. There is a die for that reindeer to cut him out. So you can cut him out if that's something that you want to do. But there's also other dies. So like you could actually add some holly, and there's a die for the tree. There's ribbons, there's presents. But this one here, just while I've got the dies out, I'll just show you. Where do I stick? I love this one here. It's like a frame, and you can have your reindeer peeking out of it and all that sort of stuff. These three here create a reindeer, and they're really cute, and I'll show you those another day. And I think, what have I got left on that side? I think on this side, which is all stuck to the paper, because I just, yeah, I need to prize it apart. There's the wreath that goes around the neck. I've said reindeer. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. And there's some Christmas lights, you know, because we all have a favourite colour. My favourite colour seems to be Christmas lights. Okay, so we've got stars that we can actually then do. If we wanted to, we could do some stars down the side. What colour are you? Yep, all right, so you could actually do some stars and spots. And we stick that nice little stamp on that says, you know, card only. That could stick up in there. Okay, so I just like to decorate my envelopes. Envelopes need to be pretty. As Sarah says, you can't have a naked envelope. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to stick this in, and I'm being brave. So I will stick it in good and proper. Okay, I was tempted just to put one little dot on it, but then, and not stick it in proper and stamp it and see how we go. But nope, I'm going to stick it in good and proper and go like so. Close this one up, and then where did I just put? Over here. This is real red. It goes beautifully with those bells, so that's going to drag those, keep those bells in there. Make sure you've got the stamp the right way up. And by rights, there should be enough depth in that stamp. Yeah, there is, to get around that hole. And there we have Christmas is Better Together and Courtney's Feeling Brave. Because now I can come in and I can stick this one here on. All right. And we have, now if you're someone like me that likes fibre, likes bling, all of those sorts of things, there's a couple of different ways that you can add it. All right, so we'll just stick this one on, and you'll know that you've got it in what you initially thought was your right spot if you can't see any of your pool party around here. Okay, we've got one card. To me, is very flat, but that is okay, because this is now where I could come in and I could add some of my embellishments. Now, where is, I just had the little pot of them. We have got a really cute holly wreath. We have got berries for said holly leaf. And that will look very cute right there. So now these bits will go through your mini. Okay. And they will also go through the big one. So I'm just going to pull in the big one. Well, another thing about this glass mat that's really cool is your cut and emboss machine has got rubber feet. Mine's got bits of tape and who knows what stuff all over it. It's got rubber feet. So when you pop it onto your glass mat, it doesn't wiggle. Hi, Glenda, how are you going? Right, so Rachel, I don't know what my favourite current Christmas bundle is. I really love this one, but I really love decorative trees too. So it's a hard question, that one. What's your favourite Christmas bundle? Pop it in the comments, everyone. All right, so we've got some real red for our berries, and I've got some, that's garden green for my holly leaves. So I'm just going to cut these out. Now I'm going to cut my holly leaves out closer to the middle because those pieces there are actually cut the sizes of a card front. Now I quite frequently do this, and my ladies that have come to my class will tell you, I quite frequently thieve from the back of all my card bases, like all the mats. So you can't thieve from your actual card base, but you can thieve from the mat that is made up of your, like, that you have on your card base. So that would fit a piece of basic white or any other color over the top perfectly, because I only have a little bit around the edge and nobody will know that there's a hole in it. Unless they hold it up to the light. If they hold it up to the light, then they know there's a hole in it. But we're not going to encourage that. Okay, so now, because I like to have a little bit of 3D happening on my cards, and I do like a bit of fibre, so I'll put a bit of, come on, Edge, come, yay. And these little ones, I like to have a bit of fibre. It just, to me, it just adds another level. The little candy peppermints will not, to me, won't work here, but that's all right because this will. So it's up to you whether you stick your your favorite adhesive is. It's up to you whether what you use to stick on all of your bits, but I like just a little bit of liquid glue. Liquid glue is my favorite adhesive. Everyone will tell you, they all seem to know. Okay, but oh, it popped off. You probably could have used the dimensional, but that's okay. We'll stick that back on there. Just give it a bit more time. Where is, I don't have any minis on the table. I've only got big dimensionals, so we'll have to use one of those. I'm going to pop that on to there, but I'm going to have a loop of this behind it. So when I do some loops of this behind it, there's a couple of different things that you can do. Okay. You can very loosely roll it and squeeze it in the middle and just pop it on there, and then that's going to sit on top just so that it looks, adds a little bit of difference. Actually, do you know what? I think it'll look nicer over those bells. What do you reckon? Over the bells? Glenda's favourites, reindeer days. Oh yes, Rachel, the decorative trees, they are very nice. I haven't used them for a hooray, it's normally Thursday, but today's Friday. I haven't used them for that yet. Because we're using the decorative trees as our retrieved bundle. Now, there's not a lot, as you'll see, there's not a lot of space under here, okay? But I like to normally tape this down with the double-sided adhesive. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you what I do when there's not a lot of space. Normally it's tear tape, and it tears beautifully, but I only need a tiny little bit. All right, I think I'll let that piece stick out, you know. I'm just going to roll that around there like so. but I actually take this bit off. All right. Chris, if you're still here, what's your favorite? Right, so that makes that just a little bit, so I'm not sure how easy it is to see. So what I've done is I've folded the double-sided tear and tape over the top of it, and then I've peeled it off. The reason why I've done that is that means I can stick a half a dimensional on the other side of that piece there. All right, or I can stick it so that it's under this leaf here, and that's going to stick to that piece quite nicely. Okay, and that is what I'm going to do, which means I actually don't need a mini. I can use a big one. Okay, so because that piece there is still sticky where the double-sided adhesive is, or the tear tape, you just got to make sure you don't cover up your words or your sentiment. Okay, all right. Now, if you wanted to, you could put some bling on here. I don't think our peppermint candy dots will work. They might, but I actually have been loving these ones. These are the earth tones. I used them last week. I think that they're just really pretty. This is actually my second packet. The white creamy colored ones here actually they look almost like snowflakes, and they just work really nicely. Okay, just to give it a little bit of bling. Let's put another one. Actually, we'll go with the gold one up here. Okay, so there you have it. A little bit of magic with our punch. Yeah, the embossing folder for the decorative trees is beautiful. So a little bit of magic with this punch, and you can find, like, a lot of our punches you can do a similar sort of thing with. All right, and we've got that. We've got an envelope, and we've got one fabulous Christmas card. You can use, yep, the card, Chris, is Pool Party. Totally not Christmas colored, but that's okay. I'm going to try and do more cards this year that are not necessarily red and green, which, as you know, are my two favorite Christmas colors. And then when you open it up on the inside, you've got Christmas is Better Together. And you know what? Just to bring those stars through, just because we can, now I'm getting really brave, we can put a couple of stars up here with this reindeer. And if you wanted to, you could color that reindeer in. You don't need to leave him plain, or her. All right, so thank you. It's lovely to see you all today. Let's go back to that. Now, I'm not sure, before it didn't let me, it said that when I was looking here, it kept telling me that my mic was on mute. So I'm hoping that you can see me all. Now, currently Stampin' Up have a variety of things happening. There is a kit collection special. There is a joining special. If you love the reindeer days, let me go back to that. If you love the reindeer days suite, with the current joining promotion, what page were they on? I had them open before. I should have left them open. If this is the beautiful embossing folder that Chris has been talking about. With the Reindeer Days suite, if you wanted the whole suite, so the stamp set, the stamp set, the dies, the little gems or peppermint, they're like peppermint kisses, the embossing folder, the twine, the boxes, you can get that for $178. If you join, you can get that for $169 because it includes the designer series paper, plus you can get more. So just keep that in mind if this suite is something that's on your radar. At the moment, you can currently get, for $169, you get to pick $281 worth of product. So this isn't even $180. So you've got another $100 you could spend. So you could get all of your Christmas cards all done and sorted with those few goodies and a few other little things. maybe some designer series paper, or add, I don't know, where are they? I just saw them. Where are these gems? The gems go with this suite. I'm just about to, oh look, there's decorative trees. That's also Rachel and my favorite. I really love this because I like Christmas trees. But there is so much more, as you can see in this catalogue, and I can't find them, but that's okay. They're all stuck to my stamps on the other side of the paper room now. So this little treasure is available until the end of December. So if knock yourself out, okay? But the joining special only lasts until the end of October. Okay, that's enough from me. Hopefully, actually, currently I'm working next Thursday again, so I will potentially do a live on Friday, and if I get the opportunity, I'll have a video up for you on Thursday as well. But don't hold me to the Thursday video. Check back on my Facebook page on the day, and I'll let you know whether there's a video coming up for you or whether we're skipping to Friday live. Alrighty, I will see you all next week. What do they say? Same bat channel, same time? No, I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Craft something beautiful. Get your Christmas cards done. Maybe. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and hers are all done, and I'm like going, oh my gosh, I barely started. But it is what it is. I'm normally sending them out the week before. Okay. If you would like to receive a Christmas card from me and you don't think I'm on your Christmas card list, pop me a private message and I'll send one to you. All right. Toodaloo. Rachel, that goes for you too, because I'm happy to send them overseas. All right. I'll see you all later.